If I could fucking get away and use my mind, that would be great. Ah!
Sorry you had to find out the hard way.
The game is a little fucky with the netcode, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and complain if I lost fair and square, which I probably did. But, I mean, he can still eat a dick because, let's face it, anyone that's not you in an online game that is in any way competitive is obviously Hitler or related to Hitler, like Hitler's brother, John Hitler. Your name is John Hitler. Your goal, to kill Adolf Hitler in Hitler vs. Hitler, coming soon to Xbox One, starring David Hayter as Hitler. Well, Mein Kampf has always been the best Kampf. If you've got a problem with that, I say you take it up with my attorney. And Nolan North as John Hitler. I'm trying to think of a word. Two brothers. Yeah, two brothers. Mein feud. Wow, that is... I hate you, but I love that. Your name, John Hitler. You're a space marine. And like, yeah, you're a space marine who was sent back in time to 1942. Because you were cryogenically frozen by the Nazis in the 40s. To, if Hitler died, you could, like, carry on the Reich. But it backfired because in the future, since the Nazis lost, there's no way that John Hitler would not kill Hitler, because he knows what Hitler did. Hitler's an asshole, right? So John Hitler is brought up in such a way that he wants to kill his brother because he wants to bring justice to the world, even though it already happened. But he wants to do it again, because this time it's personal. And then after that, like, there's a bit of a character struggle because John Hitler, for a brief moment, looks into his brother's eyes late in the game, and he realizes, like, he may be Mein Führer, but he's still Mein Family. And it leads to, a moment where there's like, oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? No, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. But then he does it. Because he knows it's the right thing to do. Why is it a game? Make it a movie? Alright, fine, it's a movie. It could be both. Wait a minute. It's a movie first, made into a game later. We all know how good games based on movies are. But there's plot twists. Like, after you kill Hitler and you go back to the future, you realize that future actually ended up changing for the worst. Because Hitler was a necessary evil, Morty, and what you needed to do was actually let him live until he died naturally of natural causes. A self-inflicted shot to the head, Morty. And then, only then the world could be, set at peace, because then another Hitler rose to power.
Your opponent just threw a
Phil Hitler. The causality loop is what makes it interesting, and that's the plot twist. It's a complex series of events. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to give this person attention. Because a lot of times when I do that, then, I get flooded with nonsense. Alright, so here's a real email from Kiefer Sutherland. You ready? First of all, the best start ever. Dear Viney, he goes, first off, huge fan. Love your Windows destruction videos. That's me. Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, I am, without a doubt, the world-famous award-winning actor, Kiefer Sutherland. You may have seen me in movies such as Phone Booth, or you might remember me as voicing a character in Nintendo classic Call of Duty World War II. Call of Duty World War II. However, those are minor jobs compared to the major work in my life, my family and friends, and my many peace-seeking missions in Uganda and other. I love this amazing vacation destination we all inhabit, known as Earth, and I believe we should help each other and experience the joy of life. It's a crime, and people of the world have lost sight of love and peace in favor of violence and greed. You may also remember me from 24. Like, what? Where is this coming from? Now, I'm contacting you today because I'd like to offer you a very serious part in a feature film I'm working on. Before you ask, there is catering, and you will be able to get as many pizza pies and hot sandwiches as you want on set. But work comes first, I should remind you. What would really irk me is if I'm going out of my way to help you and you spend all day eating the free food and don't put in the work. God, that would really irritate me. There was a time where I could honestly say I was in your position, but I put the effort in to get me where I am today. I didn't sit around all day eating food in my trailer, but these hacks like John Hamm and Craig Hummus and whatever just ride other people's coattails to quick fame. Don't care about who they hurt along the way. It's lonely at the top if you don't bring others up with you. Regardless, the film is about the mob. Please respond as soon as possible, as this is a big-time, big-money deal. You're not the first in line for this spot, so don't expect special treatment just because I'm a fan. In fact, I could think of 20 starving actors that would love this role and do it for half of what you're asking and wouldn't complain as much. Don't take this the wrong way, but millennials like yourself tend to aggravate me with their self-centered and entitled mindset. I am reminded of a time when I was waiting in line for a venti mochaccino, and this punk kid cut in front of me to ask if the cafe had Wi-Fi. I swear, if that was my son, he would have been spanked. Children need to be physically punished to discourage bad behavior. It has to stick in their mind somehow. I remember when my dad used to beat me mercilessly with a belt if I cooked a bad dinner. Of course, Mom wasn't around and he was drinking, but I did put too much salt in regardless. Please email me at this address with your response, Kiefer. Okay, the email address is from an AIM, at aim.com. Someone photoshopped me as Hitler, so I'm just going to go ahead and show that. From Chunky Butternut, Vineconf. Oh, man, I'm probably going to regret showing this, aren't I?